Hello my YouTube friends, Democles Rocha here with you. I am recording this video live especially for Year 6 students from Maple Bear. Okay, today we work with identifying each pattern rule. If you support this initiative, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to know about our new videos, subscribe to this channel, hit the notifications bell. I see that our first viewer is Mrs. Potatoes and as she is now in year 7, of course she can help us with this content because she saw this content in year 6. She learned this content, Mrs. Potatoes, she learned this content in year 6. So let's get started. Like I said, this video is being recorded especially for year 6 students. And let's read what we have here. Identify each pattern rule, then write the next 2 terms. Find also the 10th term. And we will start by taking a look at this first problem here for part A, okay? For part A, the first terms of this pattern are 2, 4, 10, 28, 82. Okay, and then there are more terms that we don't know. Let's first find the pattern rule, and to do so we take a look at the differences between consecutive terms. For instance, the first difference that we notice here is 2 because 4 minus 2 equals 2. And we take a look at the next difference, and it is the difference between 10 and 4, and that is 6 because 10 minus 4 equals 6. And we take a look at the next difference, and it is 18. Do you agree? Do you agree with me? 28 minus 10 equals 18. And what is the next difference, mister? I don't know. If you don't know, you can always subtract. What is 82 minus 28? Let's find what the result is. We cannot take 8 out of 2, so we take 1 from here. Here we had 8, now we have 7. The one we took from here is worth 10 here. Here we had 2, now we have 12. And 12 minus 8 equals 4 because 8 plus 4 equals 12. Also 7 minus 2 equals 5. So the difference here is 54. Let me erase this and pretend that I didn't need to do this to find the result. Okay? And what is the situation that we have here? We notice that the first difference is 2, the next one is 6, the next one is 18, the next one is 54. Do you notice a pattern here? Can you tell me what the pattern is? There is one viewer. Maybe you notice that from one difference to the next one, you multiply by 3, okay? So from 2 to get to 6, you multiply by 3. From 6 to get to 18, you multiply by 3. And from 18 to get to 54, you multiply by 3. So there was probably some multiplication here in this pattern, okay? But if you start with 2, and then you multiply by 3, what do you find? You tell me you find 6, mister, but the number that we have here is 4. So probably the next operation is a subtraction because 6 minus 2 equals 4. So we wonder if the operations are really those. What do I mean by that is maybe there is an input-output machine that works like this. The first step is you multiply by 3. And how do we know that? We notice by taking a look at the differences. So we multiply by 3. The next step, you will tell me it is probably subtract 2 each time. And that is how we can describe the pattern rule. Okay, the next step is probably subtract 2. Let's see if that really works, okay? You will tell me that 3 times 2 equals 6 and 6 minus 2 equals 4. So for this part it works. And from 4 to get to 10, does it work? you will tell me it works because 4 times 3, that is 12, and 12 minus 2 is really 10. So from 4 to get to 10, you multiply by 3, then you subtract 2. Does it work for this situation here from 10 to get to 28? You tell me it works because if you get 10, you multiply by 3, what do you find? You find 30. And the next step would be subtract 2. And 30 minus 2 is really 28, and that is the next number here. Let's check one more time. With 28, if you multiply by 3, what do you find? Well, 3 times 20 equals 60, 3 times 8 equals 24, 60 plus 24 equals 84. And the next step is subtract 2, and 84 minus 2 equals 82. So that is the next number, and we really did. We found the pattern rule. We can write that down. Let's write the pattern rule that now we know. We start at 2, because 2 is the first number here. We should not forget that. What do we do then? We multiply by 3. Then subtract 2. We start at 2, we multiply by 3, then subtract 2. Okay, let me erase this so we can have more space to continue. Let me erase this. Okay, this is our pattern rule for part A. Let me put it here. We found the pattern rule. That is one of the things we should do. We should also write the next 2 terms. So let's find the next 2 terms. Let me put one here and one here. What do? We multiply by 3, then we subtract 2. And let's do that with 82, okay? Here is 82. We are supposed to multiply by 3. So let's do that. And after that, we subtract 2. 3 times 2 equals 6. 3 times 8 equals 24. So 246. But the next step would be to subtract 2. So 246 minus 2, you will say it is 244. Okay? And that is correct. 244. How can I find the next one? I am supposed to take this one, multiply by 3, then subtract 2. So let's multiply 3 times 244. Okay, and then subtract 2. 3 times 4 equals 12. I keep 2 from 12 here. The 1 from 12 goes up here. 3 times 4 equals 12 plus 1. Well, 12 plus 1, 13. I write 3 from 13 here. The 1 goes up here. 3 times 2, 6. And 6 plus 1, 7. And the next step is you take 732 and you subtract 2. Okay, you multiply by 3, then you subtract 2. You will find 730. Okay, that is our next number, 730.
This came back from a search.
Okay, so these are the next 2 terms, 244 and 730. Okay, let me erase this so we can have more space to continue this. And we are supposed to find the 10th term as well. How many terms do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is term number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We also have 8, 9, and we are supposed to find even the 10th term. So the way we're going to do this is we will apply the pattern rule over and over again until we reach the 10th term. That's how we're going to proceed, okay? So let's continue. I will take 730, I will write it here, and I will apply the pattern rule. So I will multiply by 3, then subtract 2, okay? 3 times 0, 0, 3 times 3, 9, 3 times 7, 21. Then I will subtract 2. I will take 2190, then I will subtract 2. Of course, I will find 2188, okay? So that's the 8th term, 2188. I multiplied by 3, let me check this is correct. Then I subtract 2, this is what I find, this is the 8th term. I will apply the pattern rule one more time and then another time to find the 10th term. I will erase this. If you need, you return the video. Once it is recorded, I will keep it on our channel. You can return the video. Okay, let's apply the pattern rule once more with now 2188. Okay, I will multiply by 3, then subtract 2. What is 3 times 8? You say it's 24. I keep 4 here. The 2 from 24 goes up here. 3 times 8, 24. 24 plus 2, that is 26. I write 6 here. 2 goes up here. 3 times 1, 3. Plus 2, that is 5. I write here. 3 times 2 equals 6. So now we have the number 6,564. The next step is to subtract 2. You know that is the pattern rule, and you will find 6,562. So that is the 9th term, 6,562. Okay, let me erase this so I can have more room. Let me check first. Did I do this right? I think I did. Okay, I will erase, and let's apply the pattern rule one more time so we can find the 10th term. Well, the 9th term is 6,562. And what's the pattern rule? You multiply by 3, then you subtract 2. What is 3 times 2? 6. 3 times 6, 18. I write 8 here. The 1 goes up here. 3 times 5, 15. 15 plus 1, 16. I write 6 here. 1 goes up here. 3 times 6, that is 18. And 18 plus 1, that is 19. So we have here 19,686. The next step is to take that 19,686 and then subtract 2. Let's see what we will find. We will find 19,684. That is correct. The 10th term is 19,684. Okay, so our answers have been found. Okay, we were supposed to identify the pattern rule, and it is you start at 2, you multiply by 3, then subtract 2. How did we do? How did we find this pattern rule? We took a look at the differences, and we noticed that the differences, well, from one to the next, you always multiply by 3. But when we multiplied 2 by 3, we found 6, but here we have 4. So from 6 to get 4, you subtract 2. So every time you multiply by 3, then subtract 2. We checked, and this is really the pattern rule for this pattern, okay? And we applied the pattern rule, so we found the 6th and the 7th term, and we applied a few more times, and we found the 10th term, okay? That is one way you can solve that, okay? Mariana is wondering about the extra homework, and today I decided to do something different. You notice that I decided to work with pattern rule, finding the pattern rule. We solved part A. okay, from this problem. This is solved, okay. I will just put a check mark like this. This one is solved. You can always work with part B, part C, part D. And during this week, Mariana, I will work on part B, C, and D. Tomorrow we work on part B, maybe part B and C, okay, but I think that is it for today. I hope this video was helpful to you, because I understand finding the pattern rule may be more difficult to you than just performing operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I know you already know how to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, but this might be a first time thing for you. It might be the first time you are finding pattern rules, so I decided to record this video about the pattern rule and finding the next terms. You can also try, like I said, solve part B, C, and D. During this week we will be working with these other parts, okay. That is it for today. I want to say that I wish you have a nice day. I'm not sure if I can say I wish you have a nice day, because it's night, right? So I wish you have a nice evening and you have a good night of sleep. And I will see you guys in the morning if you study with me. Okay, bye.